Eight. This thing not working, poo. As the game cast disintegrates every stitch. Can we be great? Yeet! Is YouTube gonna give me a copyright thing if I have this ad playing in the video? Guess I'll just do that to be safe. As Lamar Jackson overthrows his receiver by 20 yards. Pooh. I don't want to get any copyright things. I don't know if I do that for ads, but also oh my god, son. Well, as Lamar Jackson disenfranchises every stitch. Eight. Well, somebody out there had the Chiefs defense first touchdown at plus like 3,000 and just is halfway to the bank. Troy, do you know if my shit would get a copyright warning if I have an ad playing? I wouldn't think so, but as Harrison Butker nearly disintegrates every stitch. Probably not. Okay. I figure it wouldn't get taken down if you're playing an ad, but oh yeah. Well, the first one I played it wasn't muted, so that was poo. Or maybe it's actually muted on ESPN and it's fine, but Kyler Murray really. As I score the second most or third most points in this league, will we get dicked on? Hmm. Lamar Jackson really poo, son. Speaking of poo, son, Zach Wilson, what is he doing? Oh my god, dude threw 4 interceptions. He was 0 for 2 with 2 interceptions to start the game. They put Stetson Bennett in there to run the quarterback. All right, now the Chiefs defense is struggling. Lamar Jackson really threw a pick six, bro. As the Chiefs defense gets rained out by Lamar Jackson. Bruh, every single Chiefs linebacker has absolutely disenfranchised their draws, son. Oh my goodness. They had 3 dudes come up, none of them stay home, and they give up a big play. That's wild. Oh! Tyson Williams nearly renders himself irrecoverable, but Devin Duvernay scoops it up. Oh my god, son, I've seen it all. Tyson Williams really rendered himself irrecoverable, and then Devin Duvernay came up from behind and scored. Bruh, oh my god, son. Devin Duvernay really mossed the entire Chiefs defense and walked into the end zone. Oh my goodness. How, son? How? As Justin Tucker. Well, 14 points, 5 minutes into the game. The over isn't looking too terrible. At least early on, but still a lot of football to be played, so. Yeah, son. For real. God, dude, that was funny. How do you. Oh my god. I've seen it all. I'll probably do a stream tomorrow for the Packers game, but we'll see. Also, Troy, I think I'm about to book my hotel room tomorrow, and then I'll be pretty much set to go completely. Um, I don't even know. I gotta write my college football recap tomorrow, and I don't even know what I'm gonna say, son. I don't even know what I'm going to say. Besides, every team in college football looks like trash. I can't believe it, son. Also, I seen San Jose State got a field goal at the end yesterday. They got an interception, got the ball at the 23, and still couldn't score. That like, son. I wish they had a stat to see how many drops the entire team actually had. You can probably find it somewhere, but bruh, I can't believe it, son. 2 times yesterday, the San Jose State receiver was wide open at the 2 yard line and he dropped it. Can't believe I'm gonna lose all that money on the dang Saints, dude. If I would have switched the Saints out with the Rams or just teased the Panthers up to like 9.5, I would be pretty much set. I mean, the Cardinals was a sweat, but every other team pretty much pretty easily won. I mean, the Bills won 35-0. That Saints game was over before, like, that shit was over right away. Last I looked, it was looking like 200, 250 bucks for, what is it, Friday, Saturday, or Thursday, Friday, Saturday night. So, not too bad. Yeah, flights to Baton Rouge are more expensive, but hotel prices are cheaper than New Orleans. Hey, that's Tyreek Hill. Oh, Nicole Hardman. Never mind. They both short. We could have planned this better. Why do you say that? You could have flown. Oh, poo. Yeah, I guess that's mostly on me because I wasn't really asking you. I just figured I'd get a hotel room. Um, just because it's easier. I ain't really tripping too much about paying the price of that. But yeah, I guess if I would have flown in, still can on Thursday and well Thursday I'm for sure staying in Baton Rouge. Yeah, yeah. Damn. Yeah, I guess I should have asked about that because if I would have known that, then flight to New Orleans would basically have been pretty close to free. Wouldn't have to pay for rooming. Yeah, it ain't too bad. I'd honestly just book it right now, get it over with. But also, part of it is like I'm staying in Baton Rouge the first night for Hotels.com. Staying in Baton Rouge the first night for to see one of my buddies. Well, this one says $50 for 3 nights, and I mean 7.3 miles to Louisiana State University. $50 a night. I mean, I might as well jump on it, son. I ain't necessarily looking for a luxury fucking stay. Pay in full online. Pay at the hotel. Fuck, I might as well just pay online. $50 per night, son. That sounds kind of dotted. I mean, $50. Just need a bed in it. Exactly. It ain't like, I mean, if I'm staying there for longer, I probably care more, but being as I'm probably gonna be pretty drunk Saturday, pretty drunk. Well, I don't know if we're gonna drink a ton on Friday, but we'll probably have a few. Like there, there ain't no reason to worry too much. All right. Throw this up, but I'm still gonna be here. Yeet. Three-night stay. Yeah, no, $50 a night. That's definitely a great deal. I definitely ain't tripping about that. 21 points in the first quarter already, son. Sheesh. Can't believe I lost that teaser on the Saints. Suppose I should have looked into the games a little bit more. Because I could have definitely picked the Rams or even just done the Packers for Monday Night Football as one of the legs. But I mean, what can you do now? First team to 45. Yeah, I mean, wouldn't be surprised if that's how it goes. Who scored the second Chiefs touchdown? I ain't even seen it. as Lamar Jackson stiff arms a dude into another realm. He gets stiff armed by a quarterback, son. Dude really got stiff armed into the shadow realm. This week was really terrible for NFL betting for me just because every single spread I wanted to bet was like 3.5, and I was buying half points and stuff like that. That shit was silly. Hey, as a Lamar Jackson. Hey, as a Lamar. Oh my god, son. Marquise Brown slips once, gets up, scoops his underfilings off the ground, and re renders himself useless. Oh my god, Lamar Jackson. I could have really bet Lamar Jackson over interceptions and I would have had it. Man's really poo, son. Dude throws a pick six and a red zone interception in the same possession, or in the same quarter. Right now, I mean, I guess he could be. I mean, Lamar Jackson's making him look like it right now, but I don't really know. I mean, Jamal Adams ain't having a great year, or didn't he leave the Jets? I'm blanking. Harrison Smith is still pretty good. He had trouble with safeties because I'll get safeties mixed up with corners all the time. But Adrian Amos is pretty good, but I don't know. I'd say he very much is up there. Can't believe a Vikings kicker missed the game-winning field goal. That's bro. Kyler Murray played a good game, but a couple of the two interceptions he threw were both really bad. That was kind of a terrible throw by Lamar Jackson. I mean, it was triple coverage. Even if it gets over Tyrann Matthews' head, it still could have been picked off. Really? 30K, yeah. So that stuff can get real dicey at the end. Had the Saints not blowing my teaser, I had the Cardinals in that. So, well, actually, no. I think the Cardinals were like plus 2.5 in that. So even if he made it, they still would have covered. So I wouldn't have been sweating too hard. But I just got killed yesterday. That was the only thing. I have the last 2 weeks I haven't done bad during the week. Well, last week I did pretty good. This week I wasn't doing bad during the week. I had a really good month as the Chiefs center. Yup. But what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I've been doing pretty good during the week these past couple weeks, but yesterday I just got killed. But like a lot of the bets I lost, like I wasn't on the wrong side. There were a couple bad beats, just the refs just shitting sideways the entire day. UL Monroe's kicker turning into Justin Tucker. I still haven't seen how long that kick was exactly because ESPN's app is poo. Let's see. 49 yard. He made a 42 yarder and a 49 yarder in the fourth quarter, dude. Are you fucking serious? No, son, in all reality, this this trip to Louisiana ain't gonna be too terribly expensive. The game should be pretty good. I mean, as of right now, I'm thinking the over has to be the play. The Chiefs got a 3rd and 39. Well, the Chiefs punter gives it a boot.
Is that a Starbucks cake pop? Is that a Starbucks cake pop? Oh no. Is that a...
Ooh. Oh, Tyson Williams nearly fumbled the ball in the backfield, son. Oh my goodness. Dude came real close to disenfranchising every single possible stitch. Hmm. The Raiders really beat the Steelers, son. I almost bet on the Raiders because, I mean, the Steelers' offense is just that incompetent, but yeah. It's really weird. This week of NFL kind of just showed that you got to show up week to week because, I mean, a bunch of teams that looked really good last week just did not show up to play this week. I'm gonna go get something to drink. I'll be right back. Yeet. Oklahoma. I just don't understand why Oklahoma is sitting at number where are they, number 4 right now? Like that one doesn't make sense to me. They almost lost to Tulane. They barely beat Nebraska. Like I think Iowa's a better team than Oklahoma right now. Fresno State jumps to number 22. As Lamar Jackson disenfranchises his undergarments. So these fights next Saturday are gonna be goated. As Mecole Hardman. Troy, what do you think for the Packers game tomorrow? The Packers gonna cover 11. Yeah, so Patrick Mahomes. Yeah, it's a tough one. I didn't expect that number to be so high, but the last time I was scared to bet on the Packers at a high number, I got killed because I didn't, so I'm gonna bet it. I might also take the over in that game. Bro. They scored 21 points right away, and now nobody can do anything. No, 'cause the only reason that I'm pretty confident, or at least a little bit confident in the Packers, is just the simple fact that, I mean, for the Lions to cover against the 49ers, so much had to happen. And, like, they gave up 41 points. I mean, their defense is horrible. So, I'm leaning towards the over, but the Appalachian State is a 7.5 point favorite against Marshall. I say App State beat East Carolina and Marshall lost to East Carolina, but Virginia's favorite against Wake Forest. That seems off. Jeez, Wisconsin's favored by 5.5 points. That's surprising. I'm going to end up betting Western Michigan next week because San Jose State's receivers can't catch the ball, and then they're just going to start turning into fucking Odell Beckham Jr. and catching everything. Texas A&M 5.5 point favorite against Arkansas. I think Arkansas is gonna cover, son. I really do. Well, I know that one's tough. Texas A&M doesn't have a quarterback, so the over/under's 47.5. Oh, Clemson's only a 10-point favorite against NC State. I think Clemson's got to bounce back. Let's see. I might pull some of those odds up at halftime and talk about them. Hey, as Hollywood Brown. You can really win so much money on the daily fantasy sports shits, but oh my god, son, that stuff's difficult. I never really got into it because daily fantasy is just, I mean, you're competing against hundreds of thousands of people, and you gotta somehow find a unique enough lineup because when you think about it, there's only so many possible lineups. I seen somebody a few years ago, or maybe it was last year, I don't remember. Uh, Somebody thought they won a a competition, but point corrections took a sack away from the defense because because apparently the quarterback had committed to run, so they didn't rule it a sack even though he got tackled beyond the line of scrimmage. They ended up switching it to a tackle for a loss instead of a sack, and he lost by like half a point. Son, imagine thinking you won that shit going crazy and you lose by half a point. Yeah, no. I respect people because there are people who do it. I mean, there are people who do it every week and are very good at it, but yeah, dude went from like $1 million to $3,000 or something like that. It probably wasn't a million, but I know it was $100,000 or more. Dude went from 100,000 to 3,000, which I mean, still profit, but still, I'd be pissed. I don't quite get that one. Like, yeah, no, daily fantasy, because I feel like there's always just some random dude that goes off and can do whatever you can do. You really got to know like matchups, stuff like that. Feel like you got to do a ton of research to set a perfect lineup. I mean, hey, I saw the Ravens tie it up. All right. Hopefully the Chiefs get a touchdown here. I wonder what opening NFL lines for week 3 are looking like. Kind of want to look at those. The Panthers are a 7-point favorite against the Texans. I figure the Panthers will win that by 7. That's also a good teaser opportunity with the Panthers. Play it down to 1. The Bills are a 9.5-point favorite against the Washington football team. That seems a bit high because, I mean, Washington ain't a bad team. And we saw how the Bills did against the Steelers defense. The Patriots are favored against the Saints. Oh my god, son, I am going to put my fucking life savings on the Saints. I just simply do not believe in the Patriots. Well, I simply do not believe in any Alabama quarterback, but the Packers are a 4-point underdog. Seahawks are only a 1-point favorite against the Vikings. There's a few lines that catch my eye, but I can never really bring myself to bet opening lines because I just don't want my money sitting there all week. And plus, stuff can happen in the middle of the week, like dudes could get injured in practice or get ruled out in the middle of the week, and you get kind of screwed. Alright, I need the Chiefs to score a touchdown. Field goal wouldn't be the worst, but as Clyde Edwards-Helaire pushes the pile. I gotta figure out what I want to do at halftime of this game. Do something, hopefully. I'll get something on the screen, I guess. Patrick Mahomes is kind of starting to dot. So just trying to Alright. I'm gonna go over college football lines at halftime, at least some of them. right. She's kind of starting to march a little bit after not doing anything for the better half of the second quarter. Hopefully they don't score too quickly, but they're really tripping. As the Chiefs are in to the end zone. Yeet. Already at 35 points in the first half. What a yeet. This dude really had Rondell Moore daily fantasy, and dotted. Hmm. Titans really came back on the Seahawks, son. That's funny. This man, Kyler Murray, really completed a Hail Mary last season, son. Now that shit was crazy. It was kind of funny because during the game today, I was actually thinking, what if they fucking throw it up to DeAndre Hopkins again, son, and get it? Could you imagine if they did that 2 years in a row? The crazy thing about that game was uh, Minnesota decided to run the clock all the way down to 2 seconds and kick the field goal, and I just ain't one. I always err on the side of trying to get the best field position possible before kicking it. So I don't quite understand that call again. That's a playing to not lose instead of playing to win. Difference because when you play to win the game, that's when you win. When you play to not lose, that's when you lose because I mean you do stupid stuff running the ball on 3rd and 8, trying to run out more clock. When if you get a first down, you're running out, you know, 1, 2, 3 more minutes off a clock for sure. So things like that always piss me off as a gambler because you're hoping that the coach is trying to play to win the game instead of playing to not lose, and a lot of times they play to not lose. I just can't get behind a coach handing it off on 3rd and 8, knowing full well that they'll have to give the ball back to their opponent. Or, as the Vikings did, running the entire clock down instead of getting up there, running a 3rd down play, trying to maybe get a few more extra yards of field position, make it easier for the kicker. Because, I mean, it wasn't like it was a super short kick. As Tyson Williams. Okay, Andrews really jumped over, dude, to get out of bounds. Hey, how's a Justin Tucker? I don't mind being up by 4 when the line's, 3, because I hate being down by 4, though, because, a touchdown means you're only up 3. Oh, they're running another play. See what they do. Oh, okay. All right. Gonna start looking at some college football lines for next week. Make sure I got the right ones. All right. All right, let me break some of these down. The first game on the slate. Thursday night, Appalachian State against Marshall. Line sitting right around 7.5. This is a weird one just because of the simple fact that Marshall lost to East Carolina and Appalachian State beat East Carolina. But Marshall should have won that game. They were up 38-21, I believe it was. And then they just started sucking. I feel like laying over a touchdown with Appalachian State is kind of tough. Marshall's going to come out a little bit hungry. I think this game stays close, so I definitely like Marshall to keep it within the number in that one. Middle Tennessee against UNC Charlotte. Over under around 56. UNC Charlotte sitting at around a 2-point favorite. Middle Tennessee isn't that good. I don't know if I'm going to play this game, but UNC Charlotte laying under a field goal against Middle Tennessee is a very tempting bet. I don't trust Middle Tennessee at all. I've seen them absolutely suck in the past quite a bit. So if I'm gonna play it, it's gonna be Charlotte for me. You like Marshall there? Yeah, I just laying over a touchdown with a team that doesn't seem too significantly better than the other team is tough. I wouldn't be surprised if that line moves down within the 7, but I'll probably play it wherever it is. I think that game stays real close. Wake Forest, Virginia, another Friday night game. This one's kind of interesting because Virginia sitting at a 4.5 or a 4 point favorite. Over under sitting right around 66.5. Wake Forest has a really damn good offense. And so I do think Wake Forest is very much capable of winning outright. I feel like the Ron team's favored. But that's another tough one because Wake Forest defense is pretty horrendous. But I think I'm gonna lean Wake Forest there. I mean, Virginia did not look great against Illinois. I almost want to bet the over, but it's really high for two offenses that I just don't know enough about. So I think I'm gonna take Wake Forest there. Liberty against Syracuse. Liberty sitting around a 6.5 point favorite. Over under 52.5. Syracuse sucks. I mean, Syracuse is really bad. I think Liberty within 7 points. I really like Liberty. Malik Willis is a good quarterback. He's not going to struggle too much against the Syracuse defense. So I like that. I like Liberty to cover at under 7. And that's another Friday night game as well. Yeah, I think Liberty by 17. Yeah, that I think that line's a little bit too low. Just because, single digits against Syracuse for a team that has one of the better quarterbacks in the nation is pretty low for me. We got UNLV against Fresno State at 10 p.m. on Friday night. That'll be nice to watch. 10 p.m. game on Friday night. I think I've bet Fresno State in all 4 of their games so far. And they are 4-0 against the spread. So UNLV sucks. Jake Haener is a really good quarterback. Fresno State at home, laying 31. I think I'm going to lay the points with them. UNLV ain't good. So Fresno State probably remains undefeated against the spread. But that one's also kind of tough, but 10 p.m. game on a Friday night will be fun to watch. Next game on the slate, Bowling Green against Minnesota. Bowling Green is one of the worst teams in the nation. So, 31 against them. Minnesota isn't great. I kind of like the over in this game as well. But Bowling Green is really bad. They've been really bad for a while now. They get blown out by MAC teams. I think Minnesota's probably going to cover in that game. Over under is sitting around 50, so I kind of like that. Again, I still I'm going to do more research on all these games, but this is just kind of my opening reaction to some of these lines. And then we got Kentucky taking on South Carolina in South Carolina. Kentucky sitting around a 5 to 6 point favorite. Over under is sitting around 49. Kentucky laying under a touchdown against South Carolina seems pretty easy to me. Kentucky looked pretty good earlier in the season. Last week they kind of struggled against Chattanooga, so I think this line might be a little bit of an overreaction to Kentucky struggling against Chattanooga, but I feel like they're going to wake up a little bit more for a conference game. South Carolina just isn't good, and I think Kentucky Kentucky got their bad game out of the way last week, so they're going to come in probably pretty fired up for this one. So I'd probably lean Kentucky there, sitting under a touchdown. You got Notre Dame and Wisconsin. Wisconsin sitting at 5.5 point favorite at most books. DraftKings has them at 4.5, but Wisconsin's kind of tough here. I don't know how much we can trust Graham Mertz. This line kind of surprised me because 5.5 points with Wisconsin is a lot. We saw it in week 1. They couldn't score against Penn State. I'm looking towards the total here, over under 46.5. I just think this game is giving off vibes of what we saw between Penn State and Wisconsin, where it's just going to be very low scoring, kind of a grinded out type of game. But the only thing is, Notre Dame hasn't necessarily shut teams down. So the under is a little bit nerve-wracking. I may look into trying to move a line with Wisconsin, maybe throw them in a teaser. I genuinely don't know if I can bring myself to bet on Wisconsin in that game. And then the under seems like the play, but again, Notre Dame's defense hasn't necessarily looked all that great. So maybe I will end up taking Wisconsin, but we'll see on that one. And then we got Toledo against Ball State. So some action there. Toledo sitting at about a 3-point favorite. 3.5, 4-point favorite. Ball State really has not looked good at all this season. You love Wisconsin. I mean, yeah, it's weird because I just don't know how much we can trust Graham Mertz, but that Wisconsin defense is no joke. So, that's going to be one I'll have to do a little bit more research on. But opening up, I'd probably lean towards the under. But again, the total's pretty low, so it's tough. So Toledo against Ball State. Ball State has not looked good at all this year. Well, Toledo kind of has. They kept things close against Notre Dame. Could have won that game. I really like Toledo at that smaller number. Just because I refuse to bet on Ball State again this year because they've just looked awful, and the MAC teams are always so inconsistent. So Ball State might be having a down year. I really think Toledo can win that game. And then I'm going to pull up another image here because a second. Oh, not that. Hey. Try and get through as many of these as I can before the game starts again. All right, so next game on the slate, we got San Jose State and Western Michigan opened up, sitting around a pick'em. It's already moved a little bit towards Western Michigan, sitting at -2, 2.5. San Jose State looked so awful yesterday, and I don't know if I'm gonna end up betting the game because I hate betting it because out of spite, and because San Jose State was playing at 11:30 p.m. yesterday, and it was the only thing on, and all I got to see was San Jose State's receivers drop the ball. But San Jose State did get blown out by USC. San Jose State hasn't looked like a great team this year. Western Michigan could win that. That line under a field goal makes it kind of tough. That's another one I'm gonna have to do a little bit more research on. But as of right now, if I were to play it, I'd probably be taking Western Michigan just because I just watched San Jose State's receivers not know how to catch the ball whatsoever. Next game on the slate, Texas State against Eastern Michigan. Both these teams are terrible. I think Texas State is slightly worse than Eastern Michigan. They looked really bad last week. So I may lean towards Eastern Michigan in this game, but I think Texas State actually lost outright to Incarnate Word yesterday. So, Eastern Michigan may be the play, but I'm probably not playing that game at all because, both those teams suck. Kent State against Maryland. Over under is 66, 66 and a half, 67 about. Maryland sitting around a 14.5 point favorite. I really like Kent State in that game. Maryland did not look good against Illinois. Kent State has a good quarterback with Dustin Crum. They'll be able to keep things close, I think, but second half's about to start, so we'll get back to that. Yeet. Can the Chiefs be great? Joke to the American put out a statement on the SEC statement on Mississippi State versus Memphis, and they just said cry about it. I'm out, son. Oh boy. They really said cry about it because Memphis won. Oh, Troy, I'm putting this in the Twitter chat. You gotta see this one. That's funny, son. Oh my god, they really said cry about it. I must be mistaken. But I always thought, how does the defensive tackle get a holding penalty, son? Bro, I genuinely did not know that was possible. How does the defensive tackle get a holding penalty? What is he doing, son? Holding the offensive lineman? Oh my god, dude. How bad you gotta beat? Um, the defensive tackle really got a holding penalty. It's a Travis Kelce. Yeah, that. I don't know what you think about the Saints game next week, Troy, but I love them as underdogs right now. I absolutely love them as underdogs. I think that line is a pure overreaction. Um, just a 3-point underdog. And I mean, the Patriots are just one of those teams that, like last season, I was constantly fading them. Saints will have their coaches back, and probably if it's, yeah, exactly that. And Mac Jones isn't all that good. I mean, I'll never really. He's out of all the Alabama quarterbacks in my recent memory, he's probably looked the best, but it's only 2 games. And yeah, they beat the. Or no, they lost to the Dolphins and then beat the Jets. I think the Saints are much better than the Dolphins. And they're obviously much better than the Jets, dude. The poor Jets are like a double-digit underdog in every game right now. Tyreek Hill only has 11 receiving yards in this game. Yikes. I just don't see a way that the Saints should be. Oh my God, son. Byron Pringle just absolutely cooked past everybody on the Ravens defense. Let's go, baby. Woo! All right. Beautiful. Can't believe we get a 10 p.m. game on a, well, I think it's actually 9 p.m. Central Time, but either way, we get a light game on a Friday night this week for college football. That'll be real nice. It typically doesn't happen. We don't get an 11:30 p.m. kickoff, but still dot like. Yeah, Byron Pringle really goaded himself. Panthers play the Texans, and the Texans. Can't believe Buccaneers got 2 pick sixes in the fourth quarter, dude. That was a killer. And actually, I think that touchdown 28-38. Wait, 54. Oh no, that touchdown. Nah, but either way, um, one more touchdown would officially mean that the Saints were the only team to kill my teaser. Fuck, man! Yeah, I wish I would have known they had starters out. I could have probably bet on. I probably would have switched my pick to the Panthers, but it could have been big. I would have known that. But can't do nothing now. I can't. I'm not gonna whine about it. Would have been a big winner though. That would have basically made me most of my money back from yesterday. But hopefully we can bounce back in college football next week. Hang around this week during the week. Maybe make some money in baseball. Hopefully not have a terrible Thursday night and Friday night, and then Saturday night roll in, or Saturday roll in, and hopefully find us some winners. Still feel like I'm doing quite a bit better in college football so far this year than I was last year. But we'll need a big day. As Latavius Murray disintegrates his underfilements. Ravens really got a 2nd and 24. Chiefs defense sells. Well, that's the over. Don't quite know what happened with the Chiefs defense there, but Hollywood Brown was wide open. Oh, yep. Alright, Chiefs gotta answer again. Need the Chiefs to answer again. If I can get a double winner in this game, that would be big for me. I've kind of said it before. Sometimes just getting that reset on Sunday Night Football can be really nice, but next TD, Travis Kelce. Might as well play it. Or, well, no, that bet didn't, or that touchdown didn't cash the over. That would have cashed the teaser over, but let's see what the player just score a touchdown. Travis Kelce is plus 162 just to score. Kind of crazy. Oh, here we go. Next player to score a touchdown, Travis Kelce, is plus 550. Yeah, I'll throw a little bit of money on it. Can't go wrong with that. Just can't hurt. Georgia is now plus 175 to win the national championship. Oh my goodness. They're right behind Clemson. Clemson's plus 135, Georgia's plus 175. Jeez. Just feel like he has been a little too quiet so far. Yeah, that's fair. No, I like the bet. And I mean, it really can't I really can't go wrong with throwing a little bit down on something like that. If I can get a little bit of luck on my side, get a little bit of luck on my side, that could be a big winner. I almost threw a full unit on it, but there just ain't no point in chasing my bets right now while I'm down. I figure put small money on it. That way, if I lose, I lose. But yeah, no, it definitely isn't a bad bet. Now, had I put a full unit on it and it hits, I would have made back about half of what I lost yesterday. Oh, just 5. Yeah, really small. 5 to win 2750. Anytime anytime I'm betting an amount to win more than a unit, I figure it's a pretty good bet. I mean, $5 to win a little over a full unit for me is, you know, can't really go too wrong. Yeah, exactly. And so when I like to think I'm pretty good at not chasing my bets too much because I mean there are plenty of people who are going to chase their bets a lot, lose a bunch of money Saturday, try and do something crazy on Sunday, but I think he got there. Oh well, there's a flag anyways, so it doesn't really matter. I feel like they're gonna go for it if he isn't there. The biggest thing is getting in territory for Travis Kelce. I feel like they kind of gotta. You almost want to get down to the red zone, and that's kind of where Travis Kelce range is. Somewhere inside like the 10. Well, that would have been. Go! 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 Get there! Get there! Touchdown! Let's go! Let's go! Oh my god! That's huge, son. Imagine if I put a full unit on that. That could have been big. That would have been huge. Yeah, Troy, that was clutch. It's actually going to be big because if the Chiefs can hang on to cover, I'd have a 3-0, 3-0 little Monday Night Football run. I could even throw another. What I should have done was throwing some money on the anytime touchdown score on Travis Kelce because that being at plus money seemed a little bit off to me as well. I should have done that and the next touchdown. Oh yeah, no, I even said it. I was like, they need to get into the red zone if he's gonna score because I feel like he ain't gonna get a big play. But so once he started running, I was like, oh shit, this might have a chance. That would have been horrible if he ended up getting tackled at like the 2. You like anything for the next touchdown after that one? Because I may be able to throw some down. I wish I would have. I really should have put a full unit on the anytime score because. But again, that's where live betting gets so dangerous, is because then you start throwing your money on everything, and I just I run myself into a deep, deep hole. Kansas City to win by Kansas City live spread at 8.5 is -109 right now, and that's kind of tempting. Being up by 11. Let's see, player props. Next touchdown, we got a Lamar Jackson. Tyson Williams is plus 850. Sucks, it's 10 years old shit. Should I throw it on Tyson Williams at plus 850? Feel like that isn't a bad bet. Tyson Williams. What do you think, Troy? I probably shouldn't. I probably should settle with what I got with that one. Yeah. I shouldn't be doing too much right now. That again, that's just gotta kind of quit while I'm ahead. But I don't do. Yeah, Kelsey was definitely a good one. These usually do. Tyreek Hill wouldn't be a bad bet for the next one either, because Tyreek Hill's been a bit quiet, but the Ravens have the ball right now, so. Also, the only issue with doing something with Tyreek Hill is the Chiefs are up, so they likely ain't taking a, deep shot down the field. Darrell Williams. Yeah, that's not a bad one. If Chiefs get a stop here, I might look at the live spread and throw something down. Yeah, exactly. Okay. See what 8.5 is right now. They just roughed the punter. Oh, yeah. That's what the Cardinals did. That kind of killed them. Killed them covering the spread. Okay, well, he didn't touch him. He did not touch him. They got to review that, right? Is that reviewable? Because he didn't touch him. Joke, they called a holding penalty. Oh my god, son, how you get a holding penalty? Total touchdowns is over 10.5, and they're at what, 8 right now? Huh. Here we go. Feels like shot play territory. Yeah, I could go Tyreek Hill here if I wanted to. But I feel like I wanna settle on a 7-6 day and call that good, cause Should I go with Tyreek Hill? Yeah, exactly. I shouldn't. Yeah. Yeah, he hasn't really touched the ball much today. I know that I'm even. I don't know that I'm gonna bet it. Ravens Reek. Are you a Ravens fan or are you a neutral? Cause yeah, I've been pretty low on the Ravens for a while now. I am not a fan of Lamar Jackson personally. I know he won the MVP, but he isn't consistent enough throwing the ball. But yeah, no, the Chiefs are also just. Oh, that's Brett. So Brett Wide. Brentwood. The Ravens are indeed poo. Yeah, I need the Packers to cover tomorrow, and I'm heavily leaning towards the over, but I don't know yet. I don't think Aaron Rodgers plays nearly as bad as he did. Oh, Patrick Mahomes, bro, Travis Kelsey. Yeah, I seen that. I had the over in that game, and I don't think the Lions are gonna win, but the spread's like 11 points, and I mean, I don't see a team. My NFL standings are just based on against the spread. Same with college football. That's why Fresno State is the best team in the nation in college football. But yeah, no, I'm really hoping as Lamar Jackson. The Brewers, yeah, they're gonna get to the playoffs, but I mean, I don't see them beating the Dodgers. Son, I'm going to be betting so many first five unders in the playoffs. It's going to be insane. It scares me, but Michigan, actually, yeah, Michigan's on my top 10, but Michigan's only played 3 games, and Fresno State has played 4, so Fresno State, therefore, has a better against the spread record, and therefore are the best team in the nation. Dodgers cheat. Is Michigan 3-0 against the spread? Yeah, they are. Yeah, okay. The Dodge cheats. I know, dude. Wisconsin's. I don't know about Graham Mertz, but nah, you ain't losing to Nebraska. No, I agree. Michigan might very well be a good team this year. Blew out Western Michigan. They beat Washington. I mean, Washington isn't very good, but blew out Northern Illinois. Like, you haven't played anybody crazy, but they might be a good team. They very, very well could beat the Ohio State Buckeyes this year. At least the way it's looking. Ohio State hasn't looked good at all this season. Indeed. Well, yes, as a fan, I will never consider a game easy for the Wisconsin either, but I mean, I don't know. They definitely could be good this year. It's kind crazy. Barstool was at the Michigan game against Washington, and there was some dude that was there that was a Buckeyes fan, and every Michigan fan, son, it just worked out perfectly for them to be there. When Ohio State lost to Oregon, son, that shit was funny. Yeah, I know Dave is, but he hated Michigan last year a lot, but he put like $100,000 against them. That shit was funny. Yeah, their kicker really shit the bed. Oh god, son. The Cardinals didn't cover those, so fuck them. Yeah, I did not think Harbaugh would be there. I was definitely thinking he might get fired last season. Um, he didn't. I don't know what your thoughts on Harbaugh are, but I've heard a lot of Michigan fans are pretty out on him as of right now. So yeah, that I don't know. Yeah, he very well could. Harbaugh is the coach. Well, oh shit. No, 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 no. Step up defense. Step up defense. Right fucking now, step up defense. Hell nah! Ah, shit. Well, bruh, how you get an illegal man downfield penalty on a 2-point conversion attempt? Oh my god, son, number 70 has absolutely disintegrated every single possible stitch. Oh my god. How you get the illegal? Oh my god, son, talk about a defilement. I mean, probably, but the way the Ravens are looking, there's a chance that they don't make it. I mean, losing to the Raiders doesn't look great. And that I mean that division isn't easy. The Browns are good. The Bengals are going to be improved, and the uh, Steelers are obviously good. So like they don't necessarily have an easy path to the playoffs. None of their divisional games are free wins. Go House. Oh my god, number 38. Oh my god, son, number 38 has disenfranchised every stitch. He might have actually been gone also. Um, yeah, Teddy Bridgewater ain't bad. Um, I'm kind of surprised they went for two all the way back like that. Typically, if you get a penalty, you end up just settling for the extra point. You'd almost think that would be the smarter decision, but Chiefs to win by 4. Yeah, I don't see too many teams trying to go for a 2-point conversion at the 7. Yeah, exactly. And now where it gets, well, I guess if they get another touchdown, they'll go for 2 again. But I was gonna say where it can get dicey is if you do, you know, kick the extra point. you get a touchdown, you go up by 3. Get a stop, get a touchdown, go up by 3. Now you're kind of setting yourself, if you get a touchdown again, don't get the 2, now you could lose on a field goal. So well, I don't know, they just gotta stop. So this over was pretty easy. The Vikings Cardinals over was really easy. Sydney Mikolov lurks. A Sydney Mikolov at gold medals. It's always hard when you're. I can't get. I would never go for it. Go for a 2-point conversion on the 7. Like at that point, you got a kicker who isn't gonna miss. You might as well take the extra point and then hope, because even if you get it, if you give up a touchdown, you're down by 10 anyways. So I don't quite understand that one. Yup. Against Florida. Shit'll be dot like the hotel was cheap. Flight wasn't too bad. So yeah, I think it'll be a good game. I'm probably leaning towards the over as of right now. Neither team can really play defense. Oh, jeez, Patrick Mahomes. That's a catch. Florida by 28. I don't quite know about that one. Unless they're playing Anthony Richardson, they ain't blowing anybody out. Shit. Yeah. You just stop. Ugh. Well, need the Chiefs to get a stop. Can we be great? Fuck, fuck, fuck. As Sammy Watkins disintegrates every stitch. As Sammy Watkins loses his lunch. As the Chiefs run commit and still let him get 9 yards. Oh my god, son. Please don't be on the defense. 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 Shit! Piss! Fuck! What? Oh my god, son. The refs are. Oh my god. How are you gonna call that? Oh my god, son. The refs absolutely sell their souls. The refs have absolutely sold their souls in every possible fucking way. God, son. The refs have once again stole the game. Make a play. Chiefs sell. Oh my God, son. Tyrann Mathieu really almost had the pick. Is the Ravens a center? Oh my God, son, that could have been so much worse also. Him not getting that 2 point conversion is a killer, but I'm gonna live bet the fucking Chiefs, son. I'm gonna live bet the Chiefs. You mean to tell me that the Chiefs are minus 146 to win the game? Jesus Christ. Vegas knows it's Patrick Mahomes, son. Oh my goodness, minus 146. I don't think they can really cover in this game now. That 2 point conversion would have helped. That way, a field goal forces overtime and they still got a chance to cover. No, I have a bookie. FanDuel ain't legal in Minnesota. Well, hopefully Kansas City plays to win the game instead of playing to not lose. Yeah, I mean, I listened to a few, but what I like, yeah, I listened to a few different podcasts, but oh my God, son, I need the Chiefs to somehow score a touchdown. You play to win the game. I mean, this is a prime drive where you separate the good coaches from the great coaches because I said it before. I'm gonna say it again. Are you playing to win the game? Are you playing to not lose? If you're playing to not lose, once you get into field goal range, you hand the ball off 3 times and put it all on your kicker. If you're playing to win, you try and milk some clock, but still score a touchdown to make Lamar Jackson beat you. I'd always prefer, because you saw it today with the Vikings, you need to play to win the game. If the Vikings continue running their offense instead of kicking a field or instead of letting the clock run out with 41 seconds left, you end up in a spot where you kick a field goal, kicker misses it, well, they're screwed. So you have to play to win the game. Hopefully, they play to win the game instead of playing to not lose. Don't do what the Vikings did and put it all on your kicker. Because, I mean, you score a touchdown, you give them less than a minute left. You're in good shape. But we'll see what happens. Yeah, the fact that Patrick Mahomes was just able to throw 2 dots in a row and get them right near field goal range as quickly as he did was pretty impressive. The fact that that Ravens drive was like 8 minutes was kind of a killer, but they also called a cocksucking penalty, so. Let's see what he does. They're going to kick a field goal. You play to win the game, Kansas City. You play to win the game. That's what you fucking get for playing to not lose. You play to win the football game. You deserve every bit of that fucking loss, Andy Reid, you dumb fat fuck. You play to win the game. Stop trying to get a last-second field goal when you could put the ball in Lamar Jackson's hands with 30 seconds left and 1 timeout.